Hey, how's it going, traders? In this video, we are going to break down the stock scanner that I do use. Now, this is 100% free. I did use a stock scanner called Trade Ideas that costs about $1,000 a year to use. Now, I'm trying to find out if it's worth it for me to not have to pay that $1,000 a year or not. So I decided to build my own custom scanner in Thinkorswim. Yes, this is the platform I use to day trade on, so super beneficial to have a built-in scanner. So in this video, I'm going to show you my criteria I use, why I use that criteria, and a link to download my setup. If you do download my setup, you will have access to the scanner as well. So without further ado, what is my criteria for my stock scanner? Okay, so once you're loaded into Thinkorswim, all you have to do is go over to, so I'm on trade right now. All you have to do is go over to charts. Oh, no, all you have to do is go over to scan. Now you want to be under stock hacker. Again, I only trade stocks. I don't trade options or anything like that. So I go under scan and stock hacker. Now the first bit of criteria I have is mark. Mark is just the price of the stock. So for me, I want to trade a stock $5 or above. That's just my personal criteria. I want to see, obviously, a billion shares of volume off of a micro penny stock that's worth less than a cent. I'm not going to care about because it's only, a few hundreds of thousands of dollars. I want to see a lot of volume, and I want to see a good enough price for the stock for the volume to make sense. So the number I've chosen is $5. I want to trade stocks $5 or above. Again, a penny stock is anything, generally speaking, $5 or below. So personally, for me, I like to trade stocks $5 or above. Once in a while, I will trade a stock that's maybe $4, leading up to $5. Very, very unlikely for me to trade anything below $3, really. Once in a while, from in my small account, maybe $3. But generally, $5 a share is what I like to look for. Now, heading down to volume, we already kind of touched on volume and why that's so important. You need volume in order to get in and out of positions easy. You need volume for there not to be a big spread, which is the difference between the bid and the ask. You also want a decent amount of volume so it completes its move. The more eyes, the more traders watching a stock, the better. The more buying pressure, usually speaking, the better move it makes, the more money you make. And it's easier to trade. So for me, I want to have at least 250,000 shares of volume, no matter what the price of the stock is. So as you can see, if I were to just have this, it would give me 10,000 matches. Then with this, it would give me 4,323 matches. And then the next one is percent change. I want to trade stocks that are up 20% or more. I want to see a stock make a good enough move. And my strategy simply is to buy a stock high and sell it higher. That's what I do. I'm a momentum trader, and I want to trade stocks that are up 20% or more. Because generally speaking, if a stock's only up 5 to 10%, not a ton of traders are going to be looking at it. I want to see stocks at least up 20%, but usually up anywhere from 40 to 50% for me to trade it. And that's about it. I do have one more study down here. For unusual volume, that's not always needed. I just added it just because. And if I hit scan right now, as of 4:23 p.m. after market close, the only stock that fits all that criteria is ISIG. Not saying I'm going to go ahead and buy ISIG right now, but if I go over to ISIG, I did trade it today. I actually took a loss on it, believe it or not. Now, again, this stock scanner does not usually work pre-market, so I'm constantly hitting the scan button upon market open. Now, another thing you could do is you can actually have this stock scanner be a watch list. Now, I don't usually do that. I just go over from trade to scan, and then I just see what if a new stock has popped up in my radar. Now, there's some times where there isn't a single stock for me to trade. Now, unfortunately, at that time, I have to bend some of my rules, and that means I trade a stock that doesn't have much volume. If I trade a cheaper stock, whatever that may be. So usually on days like this, I trade the old reliable Tesla and just focus on getting 0.5% to 1%. So again, if there's not anything on this watch list that meets all my criteria, usually I just switch over to blue chip trading. But anyways, there you have it. That's my scanner. Also, you guys can watch the daily watch list if you guys have trouble looking at stocks to trade. Now, we post this every single morning by 9 a.m., about 30 minutes before market opens, and the list that I usually focus on is the most important gappers. Now, if you guys haven't already downloaded my setup, go to right here, go down to free lessons, or up, I guess, and then second, go to number 4. Make sure you watch the video to the end because I give away the settings I use, and the settings are vitally important. Now, once you've watched that, you just click this link right here, View in Thinkorswim, or open manually. All you have to do is copy that, and then go back to your Thinkorswim. Then go to Setup, and then open Shared Work Item, paste that link it gave you, or if it already worked for you, it should just be right here. So that's how you import the setup. I have a few setups. It should say Profit Day Traders Setup S, unless I change it. Basically, S for scanner. Now, if you guys have any questions about the stock scanner I use or the criteria I use, feel free to DM me or leave a comment on this video, and I'll try to respond as soon as possible. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the very next free lesson. Peace, guys.